Did you call bank? I call game.
What is up, Pack Nation? It is Pack Gaming here, and I have a little rant for this video, something I want to talk about that's been on my mind, and ever since DeMarcus Cousins was basically, when he signed to the Golden State Warriors for like very little money. Whether you're a fan of the Warriors or not, we can all agree that the Warriors are stupid good now. There is not one position on their team that is a like mismatch or a hole. Every single player on that starting lineup is ridiculous, and their bench is nothing awful either. They're a ridiculously good team, and in my opinion, because they're so good, it's a little there's being dominant and unfair, and then there's like stupid unfair. And I want to explain to you guys exactly what I mean by like them being stupid unfair. Okay, so what I personally did on my own is I got the 10 best players of every single team and looked at their rating, right? I added up every single team. So, for example, the 76ers, right? I added up every single players overall, the top 10 players, because how I see it is that you have your bench and your starters, and those are like the most important players. So I didn't really add any others. So the 10 best players on that team, and then I divided it by 10 to see what like the average rating for that team is. And for example, the 76ers got a 79.1 overall average of rating. So the perfect team, for example, would be a team of Michael Jordan, like LeBron James, Tim Duncan, Kareem, and like Magic. That would be like a 99 overall team, the perfect team, right? The average NBA team has a 78.5 average rating, right? The only team that has exactly that rating is the Pelicans right now. So you could say the Pelicans are like the average NBA team with a 78.5, right? The lowest team in the NBA is a 76.2, which is pretty low, and that's the Hawks, right? They're the worst team in the NBA. They're expected to be the worst team next season, like by far. So this is where my rant comes in, okay? The Celtics, they're pretty high up there. They're the second best team in the NBA, and they're an 81.3. 81.3 average. It's pretty ridiculous. There's only a couple teams that have like even in the 80s. The number one team is the Warriors, of course, and their average is an 84. That is a 2.7 overall difference from the second best team and the best team. So you might at first kind of be like, okay, what are you trying to get at, right? Like, sure, it's dramatically better. A perfect example of this, right, of why it's stupid unfair, how much farther they are compared to everyone else in the NBA. Let's do the Rockets, right? The Rockets are an 80.9. A team that is 2.7 overall behind the Rockets are the Suns. So the Celtics playing the Warriors in the NBA Finals is the equivalent of the Rockets playing the Suns in like the Western Conference Finals. Like, it's as fair as that. Think about what I just said. The Warriors and Celtics, the second best team, Celtics, is as fair of a matchup as the Rockets playing the Suns in a 7-game series. That is stupid unfair. There is no competition there. The gap between the Warriors and the Hawks, almost 8 average overall. I don't know if this makes any sense for you. I have a whole like list here in a picture of like on average players for each team. I mean, there's some pretty dumb surprises. The Spurs are still pretty good if Kawhi ever plays. The Wizards are surprisingly high. Like, some teams will surprise you in how good apparently they are. Some teams are way worse than I guess like you would have thought. I mean, the Cavs without LeBron are 77.4. That's the 24th worst team in the NBA. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like they're so far ahead of everyone else. Their closest competition isn't even really that close. Like, that's just crazy to me. Now, again, we don't know if DeMarcus is going to be healthy and all that, but if he is, it won't even be close. But that is just my opinion, guys. I want to know what you guys think about this. Maybe I'm just overreacting, but math don't lie, man. Numbers don't lie. It's just dumb. Thank you guys for listening to this discussion, this rant, and maybe I opened some eyes or something. If you didn't think the NBA was going to be bad next season, hopefully that like kind of opened your eyes up. Later, guys.
Did you call back?